Hi, Bob McLeod here for TNT Tips. In this video, I am exploring MPDX, a new support-raising software developed by Crew. It was first released to Crew new staff in early 2013 and has undergone technical and feature improvements since then, and was released more broadly to all Crew staff in the spring of 2016. Now, you may have heard of MPDX and are interested in knowing more about it, and this video assumes you are already familiar with TntConnect, or TntMPD as it used to be called, and I hope this video will give you a good idea of what your experience might be if you test or switch to MPDX. I serve with Crew, but I do not work on the MPDX team here at Crew. In my role, I oversee fund development and donation systems for our international ministries, and in that respect, I've spent more than 500 hours studying and testing MPDX over the last 4 years, and I'm in it almost every day. MPDX has a lot to offer, and some of our staff do find that they prefer it. So here's where I'm going in this video. I'm going to talk about the fundamental differences between these two tools, that is, the design paradigms that make two tools valuable for missionaries. I'll talk about the features they share in common, the unique features that MPDX offers that you may be interested in, and I'll highlight the unique features that TNT offers that you would have to forego by switching. From the start, it is important to recognize that these two tools are not identical. Unlike these two phones, which are virtually identical, instead it is more like this. Now, these vehicles all transport a driver, but beyond that, they have very different and often exclusive strengths. So if you can only own one vehicle, you would want to choose the one that best fits your needs long term and the one you will enjoy using the most. The most important principle here is that you should use the tool that helps you thrive in support raising. MPDX and TNT have two fundamental differences that underlie everything about the tools. The first one is that MPDX is a web-only tool and TNT is an installed software. So this impacts the database storage, when and how it's used, and the speed of the tool. The second fundamental difference is that TNT is a comprehensive support-raising software, while MPDX is a streamlined or simplified support tool. When they were first designing MPDX, they did so by actually watching some Crew staff do support raising. Then they built the tool around those activities that these people did most often. So as a result, MPDX has only about 20 to 30% of the overall features of TNT, but those features are the ones that most missionaries use most of the time. With that introduction, let me first highlight some of the ways that both tools help you manage your support base. The main contact screen is where most people spend the bulk of their time. In TNT, this is the familiar contacts view. In MPDX, the Contacts tab displays contacts in a classic web frame format. In TNT, there are saved groups, which allows you to categorize any contact using custom groupings. In MPDX, as on many web tools, these are called tags. So if you import your TNT database into MPDX, any contact's saved group membership will be converted into a tag for that contact. Both tools offer lookups or filters. In TNT, you can filter on any contact field, any giving activity, any history, or any saved group in the entire database. With lookups, you can do successive, add to, and reverse lookups. MPDX uses a classic web filter, as you might see on any e-commerce site. It offers 12 fixed filters, which can be used in combination, and you can also filter on tags. Both have an integrated Google Maps feature. Both have automatic actions to alert you to some things your partners do or don't do that might warrant your attention. In TNT, you download and see the gifts, and then TNT runs the automatic actions, while MPDX imports your gifts every night and sends emails for automatic actions. Now, although MPDX is a streamlined tool, it does have some distinctives and unique features. This is a critical point because the primary reason for someone to switch from TNT to MPDX is to take advantage of these distinctives that make MPDX unique. The first and most significant one, of course, is that it is web-based. It's available on any device with a web browser. You do not have to install any software, and you can easily share it with your spouse or another team member if it's a team database. But you must have internet access anytime you want to see or use the database. It has a beta mobile app that offers a few features like a contact list and tasks. The contact list does not integrate with the contact list on your phone, though. I'll talk about that in a moment. Note that the app also does not store any data on it, so even with the app, you must be connected to the internet anytime you want to use it. MPDX offers a helpful dashboard that displays 10 static boxes, including a snapshot of what's going on your support, as well as your MPD activities this week. As I mentioned before, the beta app does not link with your contacts on your phone, but MPDX does have a Google integration, which does integrate with many people's contacts on their phone. With the Google integration, once a link is made, all contacts from MPDX go to Google and vice versa. Also, if an MPDX contact has an email address associated with it, all emails to and from that contact are imported into your support database. Now, I know you're already familiar with TNT, but it is helpful to know when considering a new software tool what you will need to forego. And these are, I think, the key distinctives a TNT user would give up by switching. The most significant one, I think, is that TNT is always available. And whether you're working in a rural area with little or no data coverage, at an airport or even in flight, or if you're on an MPD trip and you just don't want to find a restaurant to get Wi-Fi. Sometimes you may even have Wi-Fi available, but you don't want to connect to the internet so that you can work on MPD undistracted by email or the news. Related to this is speed. Because TNT is installed software, it is substantially faster in performance. Now, practically speaking, this may not matter to most people most of the time, but if you do a lot of intense MPD work, this may be an issue at times. The Newsletter Tools Helper is a very handy tool I use each month to walk through the process of creating both my paper and email newsletters, from selecting the list to completing, emailing, or merging the newsletter, and then logging it for all recipients. Related to this, for paper newsletters and envelopes and prayer cards, the integrated mail merge to Microsoft Word or any word processor is one of the most popular features. Recording your activities is something many people do routinely in TNT. TNT has a powerful history engine. In fact, I call it the jet engine of TntConnect. You can record a call with 2 quick clicks, and TNT even logs the phone number you dialed and has autofill for saved descriptions. On the history view, TNT can handle literally tens of thousands of history items, and there are 6 easy filters to instantly narrow down to the exact history item you want. TNT has more than 150 interactive charts and reports, as well as 27 exportable gift and history details for each contact. There are 16 gift fields which give a snapshot of both current and lifetime giving activity, and 9 history fields such as last call, last thank, last appointment, etc. TNT offers multiple currency support. This is a new feature in TNT 3.1, but it is the most significant advance ever for users with support in multiple countries. Also, TNT is available in 14 languages, so it's truly an international or global kingdom tool. One major difference between these two tools is that TNT lets you control all of your data, which has 3 noteworthy impacts. First, you control the database, so you can back it up or restore it as you wish. You can control where your database is stored, for example, in Dropbox, and who you share it with, and you control who can see your database. Second, since it is your data, TNT lets you export all of the data in your database. That's almost 200 contact fields, flexible giving reports, appeal tracking report, and all tasks and all history. Many people like to do analysis in Excel or print off a quick list of thank yous to write by hand without a computer nearby. In MPDX, the export is limited to 2 abbreviated contact lists as well as the static contribution report. You cannot export any tasks, any history, or any gifts. Third, in TNT, you can delete contacts. Now, I personally rarely delete a contact in my database, but in MPDX, you cannot delete any contact once they are added. You can only hide unwanted contacts. So if you're interested in trying or maybe even switching to MPDX, TNT makes it easy. There's a button in the File, Utilities, Maintenance menu where you can export the database to XML. This creates a single package file that you can then import into MPDX. Well, I hope this quick overview of MPDX has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching.